No way. That's impossible. Ain't happening. Hey guys, ZaiZoe here. Welcome to my channel, and just back on Clash of Clans. We are on my Town Hall 11, and some of you are wondering what's going on. How did I make a minimax Town Hall 12? That's impossible. You're absolutely correct. That is impossible. However, if you wanted to build like an all level 1 completely trashed rush base just to get to Town Hall 11 to get some troops, you can still do that. But if you want to build a cool little mini-max base, that is done. And here comes my opinions on it, my thoughts. Some people think I shouldn't make negative videos towards the game I wish to support me, but I want the game to support me because I'm honest and because I don't hold back my views and my opinions. There has been different things over the years where guys have said, oh, that's going to kill Clash. Like when new leagues came out, I knew it wouldn't kill Clash. Taking away Town Hall Snipes did do some hurting, but not enough to really do anything. New players came in, replacing the old players that left. I mean, that is kind of the cycle that will go on for quite some time. The new ones coming into the game now are experiencing the game as it is now. So this is the game they know. They don't know anything but it. Their love will be for the game that is now. Now, personally, my personal opinions on the destroying making these beautiful bases, as some of you may know, some of you might not know, I am the first mini-max base. Although my base is a bit behind from where it used to be, I do have good excuses for that. We did 500 wars in the 2-year time. I didn't have much time to upgrade my heroes. I just had time to do my attacks, to keep the clan going, to come up with the idea, recruit new guys, get it out there. But when I first made ZaiZoe 3, first of all, it wasn't even ZaiZoe 3, it was called I'm Not Who You Think. Was a Town Hall 6 base, and that's what it was going to be forever. And then I met Kessa, which was a Town Hall 10 champs, with only one cannon, and I thought that was the coolest base I had ever seen. I wanted to do something like it, but since myself, I like to have a little bit of originality. I don't like stealing others' ideas. I decided that I think I could come up with something in between which would benefit me, because as a Town Hall 7, I was hitting a 4K wall. Being the first Town Hall 7 to ever get to 4K, I honestly thought that that wall would stand, and under the old system it may have, but I thought that that wall was going to stand at the 4K, but it didn't. And my idea was, I just need a fast way to the good troops. Back then, 4400 was the top of the world. I was sitting number 17 in Canada at one point from a Town Hall 7 with a lower PB than what I got now. My PB back then was, I believe when I hit 17 was when I was at the 4K area. It may have been when I was at the 4400s. Even back then, there still wasn't much higher. Back then, only the 5Ks just started coming out when I was in the Titans 2. So, I mean, there's been so many changes and so much stuff. Way back when, I thought, well, I just need a way to get to World 1. If only I had some better troops. I mean, all it took was just time and patience. I had a lot of patience. I knew I could sit there and wait for the right bases, and I knew the bases I used to find on ZaiZoe 2 that I couldn't take because I just didn't have the troops to take them. That's where the ZaiZoe 3 idea came into play, and it was a thought of, let's get some quick max troops fast and push. Well, I gotta tell you, I was in for a surprise. Building a minimax, which in my definition was not a defenseless, not a 0.5, but in between those bases. When you make a proper minimax, it actually takes a fair bit of time to do it right. I always tried to promote people, do not mini rush your base, max it each stage as you still went. and go that way. However, I did once rush. I went from Town Hall 9 when I wasn't ready and equipped straight to Town Hall 11. I expected 2 years ago for Supercell to kill these. They thought they could take us out of war. They thought they could change the war system. They thought they could do everything, and they were unable to. So ultimately, in the end, I think they're just going to kind of go with the system that they got. They think that that's working for them. Seems to be good enough, and now implementing this new effort of building all defenses in order to upgrade your base, I think is just a horrible idea. There really was no advantage to mini-maxing, especially, I mean, all around, there was just no advantage really to doing it, other than to keep a little bit of, you know, individuality, stay a little unique. Other than that, in raids, in normal raids, a Town Hall 11, if it finds me, is going to 3-star me. So is a 10, so is a 9, and now so is a 12. In some cases, even when Town Hall 8s do it correctly, they're going to 3-star me. And since only Town Hall 8s and above can find Town Hall 11s, that automatically seems fair to me. You can 3-star me, I can 3-star you. I have just enough defense to make them trigger their troops and trigger my shields, so it's fair. I give you a shield, you give me a shield, I 3-star you, you 3-star me. Now, as I start getting up to some of them Town Hall 11s and some of those Town Hall 12s, of course, I'm not going to be 3-starring them. They will be 3-starring me, so there I am at a disadvantage. So when it came to pushing, no advantage using a minimax. The next step was, were they a real big advantage in wars? Not really. Because first of all, whatever base I could draw for war weight could easily take me. As I just said, Town Hall 8s and ups can take me. My war weight on ZaiZoe 3 is above a max Town Hall 8. So I'm in that Town Hall 9 range. That is what I draw. Even if I did draw a Town Hall 8, guess what? Most likely, and if done right, they're going to 3-star me anyways. So there again, when it goes for the mirror attacks, usually it's going to be, I'm going to get 3-starred, I can 3-star them. The only advantage was it let us set up our wars a little bit better. In clans that might have Town Hall 9s up top, Town Hall 10s up top, where you had a Town Hall 9 and you drew a clan with a Town Hall 10, screwing over your war streak, having a mini-max base down low was at least a way for you to not take the loss. Maybe even get the win. I've seen some crazy bad attacks out there on the bases. So again, I mean, that was the only advantage of having a mini-max. It really, you know, it wasn't that fast because you still got to max your heroes. You still got to max all the stuff you're going to have. You're going to have all the barracks. You're going to have all your traps, your Teslas. I mean, you're going to have a lot of the stuff. The only thing you're not going to have to build as many of is walls and a few defense. But trust me, you're talking months of difference in time here. Like, I thought a mini-max was just going to wing along. I'd have it done in 6 months to a year. Boom. And it would be awesome in World 1. Well, that didn't happen because, it takes time. So, again, I mean, not a real big advantage there. There really was no real advantage other than people crying about losing wars because there was other mini-maxes. Look, if your clan was bad enough that you couldn't win to a clan and your sole reason that you lost was because of the mini-max base, that means that your top bases didn't do their jobs in war. Because as far as the mini-max base goes, it should have been taken care of. It easily should be 3-starred, not even a question there. Again, it's going to come down to what's going on in the top bases. And I know this because I had 500 wars inside Minimax Savage. I mean, not only there, but you know, other clans that I have a lot of wars in them too. I see what goes on. I'm not just making these random guesses or possible placebos like what some people do. It really was your own fault if you lost to a clan with a minimax base. I didn't see any reason to kill us off or to make it so that I can't basically years of my work now gone down the drain. I'm still going to finish my bass. I'm still going to max it. I'm still going to push it because that is the original plan, what I had for it. But it is just a complete shame that Supercell, I don't know what the real deal is about it, but the fact that they had to kill him off, I'm not too happy about that. So that is my rant. That's my views on mini-maxing. Like it, love it, I don't care. That's what I thought about it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. And as always, to the guy, the general, out.